Well, thank you very much for your presence today here. And this is the first 2024 webinar held by Additive Plus. In this opportunity, we have the very nice opportunity to present our partners of Delfin Vacuum Systems. Here we have Michaela, Frank, Dimitri, Davide, who are here together with us to share more about the cleaning and safety in additive manufacturing facilities, especially in those where we use metal powder and polymer powders. So as you know, we host many webinars very frequently. This is our first webinar this year. So let me quickly introduce you to our company. So as mentioned, we are proud partners of Delfin Vacuum Systems, and we are Additive Plus. We are based in California, and we offer all that has to do with 3D printing, additive manufacturing, atomizing technologies. Also, we provide vacuum systems for additive manufacturing facilities, and also we provide some services such as 3D printing services and atomizing and for custom materials and alloys. As already mentioned, we are in Los Angeles, and we have been in this industry over the 10 years. So we have experience in dozens of installations of machines and many research and development projects for additive manufacturing in industries such as education, aerospace, automotive, and many others. You can find additive manufacturing not only in the USA, but also, I'm sorry, you can find Additive Plus not only in the USA, but also you can find us in Europe. So after this quick introduction, I would like to concede the word to my friends. Hello, Dimitri. Hello, Frank. How's everything?
Everything good. Harry. Hello to you, and hello to everybody.
Harry, hello.
Thank you for having us today. First of all, I'd like to express my thanks to Additive Plus, to you, Harry, Ashken, and the rest of the team for organizing this today, having us in, and so it's a great opportunity, and it's a really good way to develop our partnership and work together in offering innovative and good solutions to our customers.
I echo those words, Dimitri. Definitely. Harry, thanks a lot for having us. We appreciate the opportunity to partner with such a great company like Additive Plus and take this opportunity to educate the people that your customers on the latest and greatest solutions out there for additive collection. So thanks for having us.
Very good.
Thank you. It's our pleasure.
Okay, if we're all okay, we can maybe start with the agenda today. I will do a quick introduction. First of all, I introduce myself. I'm Dimitri, and I'm the sales director at Delfin, Italy, manufacturer of industrial vacuum solutions. And I am the CEO at the US company, our US subsidiary, Delfin Industrial Corporation, based in the US. Today I'll be, just to give you an overview of what we'll be doing, I'll be kind of giving you a high-level introduction, who we are, what we do, what's our background in 3D printing, and how we contribute to the safety and efficiency in cleaning and maintenance of 3D printers with specific regard to some production processes, powder bed fusion and SLS, SLM. And second part, we'll have Frank, our president of sales, and president of the company, who will be kind of digging more into the products specifically, features, advantages, and benefits. And finally, we will have Davide, who's our specialist for specific branch of the business, pneumatic conveying, who will tell us how pneumatic conveying can also contribute to the efficiency and safety of the 3D printing additive manufacturing. Okay, I will now try to share my screen, and hopefully it will go well first time. I will, let's see. Can you all see my screen at the moment? See?
Yes.
Yes, everything's good.
Okay, and hopefully it's a good picture with it's the right document. You're seeing a vacuum, a man cleaning a 3D system, metal printer with a big vacuum. Okay. Very good. So let me give you a little bit of a general introduction about Delfin. Delfin as a company was started in the 90s. We're an Italian, the mother company is based in Italy. So across the ocean and it was started in the 90s by an entrepreneur, Mr. Antonino Siclari, who in a little more than 30 years built it over into a global business, and one of the most global and reputed players in the field of industrial vacuuming and combustible dust control solutions. So don't want to make it too long. Basically, as Delfin, we manufacture industrial vacuum cleaners, central vacuum systems, and pneumatic conveying systems, with specific attention to solutions for taking care of production processes, combustible dust, risk control, dust control related to hazards, to exposure of operators to powders, or potential risk due to presence of combustible dust. So all the products, everything we do is made in Italy, and then it is exported around the world through our network of direct subsidiaries, like we have in the US, and specialized partners and distributors in other parts of the world. So as you see, we have kind of a global coverage, global presence. We have several direct offices, US, Germany, France, and Vietnam, and a network of specialized partners and distributors to provide follow-up, after sales, spare parts, troubleshooting all around the rest of the world. In the US, we have a team of 11 people and growing. Started our business in the US in 2017 with the purpose to bring our products and solutions to the US and to support our customers and partners here in the US with investing in a team of people, in a warehouse, in the structure, to make sure that what we do here, it's not just about selling products, it's about providing solutions and support, and it's very much long-term. So this is the reason why we have invested in having our own company. We have our headquarters are in Minnesota, a little bit far away from sunny California, Harry. But we have that's why we partner with distributors and partners all around the country to make sure that to get national coverage and to work with experts in the field, in the industry, like Additive Plus, and to make sure that the end users that are finally using our products, we always have local support by specialists, and that's what we do. So basically, we have a general central warehouse in Minneapolis, nearby Minneapolis, where we have machines, spare parts, service, everything. And then we have local partners like Additive Plus, specializing in the different areas and industries. We have the sales team, we have the outside team, sales team. I won't bother you too much with the details. Again, the concept of having nationwide coverage, that's what we do, working with sales managers, BDMs, that work very closely with our distribution, with our distributors and partners, such as Additive Plus. Little bit of background here with Delfin of what we do in 3D printing. Delfin has been kind of been an early starter in when it comes to solutions for dust control in the 3D printing system. Started actually way about more than 20 years ago with the first cooperations in Europe with local manufacturers of 3D printing additive machines. One of the first customers at very early days was a company called the X1. They make very big machines, and at the time it was like very unique, very rare. But we started getting exposure to this technology more than 20 years ago, and then, you know, over the years with this booming technology and diversifying of manufacturing processes, we've come to work with a big range of manufacturers and developers of solutions, with distributors, with end users. So the last 20 years, we've been growing a lot of expertise and understanding of the requirements of this industry, depending on the different types of technologies. What are the requirements of polymer powders? What is to do with metal powders? What are the issues? Where we need to do a risk control, where we need to reclaim products. So we've been around the field and partnering with some quite a few of the names that are common across the industry, and we've been into this field for some time. The areas where what we do, which again is industrial vacuum technology, where it matches the requirements of the 3D additive industry, is mainly in the let's say the area of powder bed fusion technology, and primarily where we have SLM, SLS technology. There's also a few niche applications for others, but I would say these cover mainly the bulk of what we currently do. And what are the solutions, generally speaking, that we bring to the table as Delfin? Well, first of all, as we're all aware, the powder bed fusion machines, they need maintenance. So there's powders involved in the process, and at the end of the day, at the end of the building cycle, well, at that point you need to remove some of the exceeding residual dust. You have needs to do the post-processing. You need to clean up the finished parts. You maybe need some integration into post-processing stations, dust extraction, dust collection. And of course, generally speaking, you need to keep your working area clean and safe from any potential powder, contaminating powder. We also need to transport and to load. That's another, Davide will tell us at the end. We also need, that's another area where we can help convey and load powders on the machines. But that we'll see that in the second part of the presentation. Again, I'm stressing the point we do what we do is very much related with safety and compliance. Over the last few years, well, in Europe, it's been happening decades ago. There's been an acceleration in North America, the US, concerning regulation and compliance with combustible dust. So OSHA, NFPA have been kind of stepping up, gearing up their requirements, and also enforcing more and more inspections on whatever type of risk related to combustible dust in production processes there may be. So it's good today to be aware of this. It's good to know the regulations. We're going to talk about that. And again, humbly saying and disclosing how we can help address that risk and make sure you work safely and without any risk of being fined or even worse, getting into an accident. Okay, we've been, I mentioned about technologies. So again, as we're all aware, there's different numbers of technologies. We don't offer solutions for all types of additive manufacturing. We're not into FDM, we're not into jetting, we're not into deposition, extrusion. Those are not, sorry, we can't help you with that. Our core is really when it comes to powder bed fusion and related technologies and the diversified technologies that fall under this area. Again, as you're surely aware, you're all expert here, and you surely know a lot more than me about those. But again, bearing in mind, wherever there's an issue with powders, especially polymer powders and metal powders, then we can probably help you out. And again, especially I would like to mention in the area where there is a significant risk, and we're talking, Frank will tell us about now some solutions we have for powders, the likes of aluminum, titanium, which are now very popular materials. There's an increasing production for that. Well, those guys, those powders, those really need to be handled with some attention. Otherwise, you get a big bang and you might get hurt. So I don't want to be scary, but what we'll be saying today is just how we need to know. We're going to show how we can help and help protect and be safe and compliant in that area. So I think I've ended my presentation here. Frank, I'll let you continue and tell us more about how we can help in the combustible dust prevention area.
Okay, sounds good. Let me see if we can, if you can stop sharing, and I'll jump on and start sharing.
Yeah, I think I did. You should be good
Okay.
to go.
Let's see. Should hopefully you see my screen now. Let's see.
Yeah, we do.
Okay. So thanks again to Additive Plus on inviting us to this webinar. Appreciate the opportunity, and we'd like to invite everyone who's listening to stop by the Additive Plus trade show booth out at the MD&M West show in Anaheim. That's coming up next week. They're going to be in booth 617. So if you have the opportunity to stop by and see their 3D printer and atomizing solutions, please do so. Just wanted to say that first. And yeah, we'll just touch on a few solutions that Delfin offers for additives in the 3D arena. You know, why using a vacuum? Dimitri touched on some of those reasons why. Maintenance of the machine, removal of residual powders from the building chamber, and deep cleaning your finished parts are areas that we definitely need to address and keep clean. It's very important to keep the workstation clean. Safety first is really our mantra here at Delfin. Combustible dust and the nature of the dust used in 3D printers really dictate that you have to take precautions to get things safe and things done right. So we have different types of standards that we go by, dictated by NFPF. Delfin's focus is design the best extraction solutions for specific industries, combining high performance solutions that give you the total safety in your environment. This has been the driving spirit over almost 30 years of development of our product, and it has served our customers well. One of the reasons that we offer this solution called a fluid bath is some of the additives, as Dimitri mentioned, that are used in the 3D printing arena are very, very combustible, like aluminum, titanium, and others. Delfin has dictated to the removal of additive manufacturing dust can be equipped with the inert fluid system to safely extract explosive or combustible dust, and of course minimize that risk of an explosion. Such equipment is essential when it comes to removal of combustible dust, as the ones we mentioned. The inert fluid bath system. Let's talk a little bit about that. Inert solutions, or as some people like to call it, an immersion tank solution, enables a user to vacuum and collect potentially conductive materials, powders, directly into a collection tank. That collection tank will be filled at the bottom with an oil or a mineral spirit or a liquid of your choice, dictated by your safety manager. The components that go into the construction of the inert tank are a removable deflector tube. That deflector tube ensures that the collected debris is directed down into the safe area of the tank, which is the inert fluid bath below. It has a fiber filter in this area to ensure that any mist or debris that's in that lower tank will stay in that lower tank. It has a PPL filter for powder retention, and it's all collected in a 304 grade stainless steel collection canister, built to last. This gives you a side cutaway view of what the inert fluid bath looks like. When powder is extracted, it goes directly into the inert oil in the container. It's again filtered by that PPL filter that's inside of the tank, and therefore the oil can be reused multiple times before it needs to be disposed of. And it also makes the collection and disposal of the additive that is collected very, very simple to do. Other ones that I've seen on the market don't have this collection basket or collection filter. This makes it a really good selling point for our vacuums, and a nice user feature for users out there. But it's very easily to dispose of extracted dust, quick oil changes, even if there's an exception or a rare instance that there may be a mini explosion inside the tank, we've gone to the extra precaution of adding a pressure relief valve on the outside or a safety valve on the outside of the tank to disperse of that small mini explosion. So it's an overpressurized safety valve. This is especially important when working with dust such as titanium, nickel-based Inconel, stainless steel, or aluminum. This gives you another, I think, a better overview of the fluid tank, inert fluid bath tank that we have offered. We offer it in two ways. We offer it as an add-on to our vacuum, so you can actually incorporate it in the design of the vacuum, or you can use it as a standalone, separated, which we'll show again later. This shows you the inlet, which deflects down. It's a modular design, very fast and easy to take apart. Some customers that I talk to ask me if they can use water inside of the inert fluid bath, and what type of inert liquid should they use. So we recommend an oil, mineral spirit oil, that can be found at any reseller that sells lubricants or oils or coolants. I've used one, an ExxonMobil brand, Ecolite number 6, that's worked really well, but again, that should be dictated by someone at your plant. We can make recommendations, but it has to be approved by your EHS supervisor. Can water be used is the question that's asked often, and some users like to use water because it's easy for them, but it may lead to an accidental chemical reaction when it mixes with a specific type of metal. So we do not recommend that. If I could, I'd like to just run this short 2-minute video for you guys to take a look at. Let's see if this works. It's going to show a non-inert first, and then it's going to show you the inert option secondly. Can you guys see that okay?
No, I don't.
Frank, there is a chance that you probably have to share the different screen. You're sharing another screen now.
Yeah, you probably should change
Let's see. Let's
window.
see if I can share a different screen. Give me one moment. How about now?
Yeah,
Yes, we
That seems
can.
to be- Okay, good.
there you go.
So again, this is just showing that it can be used on lesser reactive polymers and things like that if you'd like, and you don't need the inert bath for those types of applications. We have a variety of accessories and extension wands that are used with our vacuums for cleaning not only the work area immediately around you, but in some areas you may want to get overhead pipes and beams in the surrounding work area. We have an integrated system where it will alert you if your filter is clogged, and we have an external filter shaker to manually clean the filter. This is showing our drop-down collection tank. And this will show you the inert system we were talking about. With the inert system, you hook up your collection hose to the lower tank. This will show you the modular design. There's your inert bath with your collected additives. And as you can see, it separates your collected additive from the oil or mineral spirits. So it's a very neat design. All of our accessories are conductive or anti-static. Comes with the grounding clip. Some people call it an alligator clip to grounding. So that gives you a good idea of kind of how it looks, the compact design and all. Okay. Let's see if we can get you back to my other screen. How does that look, guys? Okay?
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
we see you.
Okay, great. So again, we're talking about NFPA standards, National Fire Protection Association standards, which are American industry recognized norms. We build and design our vacuums to those standards to ensure your ultimate safety. It covers all metal, wet and dry applications and defines materials in a form that's capable of combustion or explosions. The purpose of the NFPA 484 is to minimize the occurrence and the prevention to any type of a damaging situation where there may be an explosion or a fire in areas where these dusts and these materials are handled or produced or finished or stored. The NFPA recommends to use a vacuum cleaning system to remove accumulation of dust. And OSHA really, really strongly encourages users to inspect often. So if you have anything in the neighborhood of 1/32 of an inch of dust accumulated anywhere in the work area, it's imperative that you do routine cleaning. This just gives you a view of some of the solutions that we offer with the inert range. So if you are dealing with a very, very highly reactive metal additive, we offer you our portable vacuum systems. We offer you inert separators. We offer you a high flow, low lift dust collector system with an extraction arm to reach over to your work area. Then we have some larger units that are designed for the 460 volt 3-phase power supply. People out there. This is probably our two most common sellers, the Mistral 300BL and our Mistral 451BL, both using brushless motors. These are solutions for polymer additives or polymer powders. Our vacuums enable the recovery of polymer powders, helps you drive up savings and limit the amount of the maintenance costs. Our dust collection solutions are ideal for localized extraction directly on board of the process of a 3D machinery. Safety is designed and certified for operating in areas with the presence of combustible dust according to the risk category and type of substance based on class and division that it falls under. Our vacuums are built to last. The brushless motor ensures that you have a long life, average life of 15,000 hours and up to 20,000 hours of use. They're 100% maintenance free, don't require any lubrication or maintenance or change out of brushes. 100% steel construction, so the design is built to last. I'm talking about our filters. The certified filters can be either in a class 1 micron, or HEPA, 99.995% efficient, down to 0.18 micron, which is an H14 level, which again differentiates us from most of the people that we sell against that have lesser efficient filters. And you can be assured that all those additives are being filtered out of the air before it's exhausted into the work area. This again gives you an overview of our bestseller, the Mistral 300BL, which Harry will have in his trade show booth at the MD&M West show in Anaheim next week, and also our Mistral 451, which is a little bit larger system. And then we have our dust collector system, which has 1,000 CFM airflow. So this would be where you have large dust plumes or clouds of dust in a work area, where they may be emptying a sack or large container of the powder additive into a bin. Okay, so this is going to just show you a little bit of some of our solutions that we call cyclones or cyclone pre-separators. So if you have a vacuum in a certain area and you want to prolong the life of the filter, or you have large quantities that you want to pick up, we offer separators in line that are safe to use for reactive powders. It helps you work more efficiently, prevents the risk of mixing different materials. It's very easy to handle and recover your dispose of collected powders. It's really a good method to protect your filters and extend the life of your filters in your vacuum. So this is basically a collection device in between your pickup point and your power source, which is your vacuum. And that's just give you an overview of some of the accessories that we offer for our vacuums. We have some conductive brushes, both in a standard dark color. Then we also offer color-coded for areas where you don't want to cross-contaminate. Rubber lances, rubber cones of different lengths. We have scraping tools of different diameters and lengths, conical rubber tip tools, flat nylon nozzles and crevice tools to get into small nooks and crannies of work areas. Our extraction arms and conical tip tools are designed for any application that you may have. We have floor tools and carbon fiber overhead kits as well to extend well above the work floor to areas that are hard to reach. So this gives you a well-rounded solution to complement our vacuums. And we're very excited about the possibilities of offering this to Additive Plus's customers. And again, please stop by the Additive Plus trade show booth at the MD&M West show next week in 617 if you can. And I think that is my last slide, and I think Davide is going to take over driving the car from here on if Davide is ready.
Yes, I am.
Okay, let me stop sharing and see if you can jump on.
All right.
That seems to
Can
be
you see my
working.
screen? All
Yeah.
right, perfect, perfect.
Yeah.
So good morning, everybody, and thank you for hosting us today in this webinar. Thank you for the opportunity. I am Davide Gruppioni, technical project specialist for Delfin Industrial. My job is to be focused on pneumatic conveyor system. I'm going to explain you what are pneumatic conveyor systems and how they can be helpful in additive manufacturing sector. Very briefly, Dimitri and Frank showed you safe dust extraction and cleaning. My focus will be the rest of the powder handling in facility that work with additive manufacturing. So what is pneumatic conveyor? Very briefly, is a method that can transfer powder from a point to another point. The technology we use is more or less the same that we use in the industrial vacuum cleaner. So we use a vacuum source to convey powder inside a closed pipe. And this way, we are able to handle different type of material. And for example, we are able to load a 3D printer and not only extract the powder, the residual powder after the job finished. We are able to convey the powder up to the 3D printer. But not only, we can also extract the powder and from the 3D printer and put it in a secondary bin, in a secondary storage, for example, or we can convey it from a secondary storage to a sieve machine in order to refresh it and to reuse it in a second phase. Very briefly, before my presentation part, Dimitri shared this very good table. I just want to add that with pneumatic conveyor system, we are also able to convey and to handle ceramic, not wax, but ceramic and sand in a binder jetting machine, or well, some kind of powder bed fusion machine. But mainly we have experience and we have some OEMs in binder jetting that currently are working with ceramic, mineral, or casting sand. So with this system, we now feed the 3D printer that works with ceramic, sand, and mineral powder in general. So briefly, the main difference between a vacuum cleaner that is connected to a 3D printer is that, as Frank showed you before, with a vacuum cleaner, you will extract reactive powder. Reactive powder will be inside the bin with the inner bath, and then you need to dispose the powder. With a pneumatic conveyor system using inert gas, we can convey and extract the powder from, for example, a 3D printer, and we can convey it up to 15 or 20 meters in, for example, a second room, maybe dust-free. And we are able to feed a sieve station. Sieve station is something that I think I'm pretty sure that everybody in the additive sector are using now, because both for metal powder, plastic powder, sand, and so on, is something that is very helpful in order to refresh the used powder and use it again. So this is first example of what pneumatic conveyor can do. Second one could be extraction phase from the 3D printer, sieving phase with a sieve that maybe a customer can already have installed in the facility, and then feed again the 3D printer in a sort of closed loop material handling. This way, all the powder can be reused more and more and more. And of course, is a solution that is very cost effective. We are able to handle a broad range of material. In this example, we decided to use metal 3D printer in the picture, but of course we have experience in plastic sector, ceramic sector, and so on. Our capacity is to handle something that could be close to 1,000 kilograms per hour at a distance that could be from 15 to 20 meters in distance between the 3D printer, the second phase, and then convey it again on the 3D printer. We are also able to feed a sieve station, just to inform you, and we can handle metallic powder, reactive or non-reactive metallic powder. With non-reactive metallic powder, well, the job is quite simple because machine is pretty standard. We use the environment air to move the powder inside the pipe. But with the reactive metallic powder, well, the game is a little bit different because we need to use an inert gas. So inside the pipe, only argon or nitrogen will be present instead of the oxygen that usually we have in the atmosphere, in order to keep the process of conveying in safety condition, because we know that the reactive powder are very dangerous, as this is why we develop this solution and also the inert bath vacuum cleaner solution. So this is basically how it works. It's pretty simple. We have inside a filter that separates the gas stream that we use to convey the powder from the powder itself. And then we have discharge valve that discharges the powder by gravity in the stage we want to feed. The stage, again, can be a sieve, can be a secondary storage bin, can be the 3D printer again, or whatever. We can also use the pneumatic conveyor system to extract the powder from the atomizer and convey it maybe in the packaging phase, the second stage of the metallic powder production. And this also can be possible with the plastic powder or the ceramic powder. We know, for example, that when we talk about binder jetting in ceramic powder, we know that the amount of powder involved are very high in terms of volume and mass. And I just want to make you aware that we are able to manage a very high amount of powder. So we are very flexible. We can have a small machine from 200 or 300 kg per hour up to a very big machine that can handle 2,000 or 3,000 kg per hour. Another application that for us is crucial is the work with OEMs and custom project. So because we have all the manufacturing inside our facility, we are very flexible and we can design and produce a custom solution. This one is a solution that can extract non-reactive powder, metal, of course, or plastic powder from a 3D printer. and the powder will be conveyed and stored inside a customer bin. This is the bin that the customer already has in their facility. And we developed this solution specifically with these OEMs. Is a movable solution, so can be moved inside the facility, can be used with a multiple 3D printer, can be used with metal powder or plastic powder. And again, is something that is tailor-made on the custom needs. It's a very helpful solution because allow customer to reuse again and again the powder, and the solution also has very low footprint. This way we know that the space is money, so we know that reducing the footprint is a cost-effective technical solution. The last aspect is very complex and customized system. This picture and this drawing is related to a system that we installed in an Italian company involved in aerospace sector. We developed it with an Italian partner, an Italian OEM. And this is a very complex system that took us more or less a year to be developed and to be installed. And basically is a system that can both feed the 3D printer, this one is the 3D printer, and also extract the powder from the powdering unit and convey it on a dosing station, and then a sieve station, and then a storage station. And from the storage station, we can convey again the powder with a mix from new powder and reused sieved one. And this because, and all the system is under inert condition. So you can see we have an inert line, and we have several oxygen relevator that can allow us to handle the powder in safety. And this solution has been developed basically because the facility of the end user had a very low space available on the 3D printer, and the 3D printer in this case is huge. This 3D printer is able to print the nozzle of a rocket, so it's a very big 3D printer. And we solved the problem because, of course, the amount of powder request in this job is very high, and the space wasn't enough to install a hopper on the 3D printer. So using a pneumatic conveyor system, we solved the problem. So we continuously feed the printing process with the powder. And this is a very complex solution with a very high level of automation and a very high level of safety. So this is basically our range of solution. Please think about pneumatic conveyor system as a connection between two or multiple process that can involve powder, metal, plastic, sand, or ceramic powder. Thank you. This is the end of my part, I think.
Thanks, Davide.
End of the whole presentation. Thank you, Davide.
Thank you very much, Davide, Dimitri, and Frank. This was a very nice presentation.